never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and
A
wanna
little
hate
bit.
this, I'll always show
Yeah,
up.
it did. Happy Father's Day, everybody. How are we? Oh my, the real late night crew. Really? 4 months?
Why not? Is it against the law?
Thank you, Scott Johnson, for getting that in there. Good to see you, Shay. Happy Father's Day. French, eyes, top of the evening for you. Oh, Karis and Beth. This is gonna be a short live, okay? How to spot a liar. It's got a lot in it, and it comes from a website called Lisa something. What's her name? Lisa Billier. I hope I pronounced it right. I'm not quite sure, but it's very informative, and you can spot a liar in uh I don't know about seconds, but you look for patterns, right? You gotta look for patterns. Uh, oh my gosh, this is why Jed is so easy to spot, right? So let's get into this video, and you can see here I already have queued up. Is there any change in the baseline of bidirection? Does anybody know what baseline is? The blink rate, right? Seeing a cluster. They're going to drop pronouns, and they can't speak fluently, right? Okay, let's get this in here. Oh yeah, potato. My dear potato. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it, Potato. Potato sent me a soundboard. uh, it's, okay. Let's see. It's gonna play. It's gonna play.
You're a bitch.
She's got, there's so many on there. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Potato, sir. It's just too fun. Yeah, I gotta play around with it. Apparently they have soundboards online. Who knew? Well, Potato knew. And happy Father's Day to you as well, sir. Appreciate it. Okay, so let's get to this beginning of this. Kendra! Oh my god, it's 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. 3 months. We gotta do it.
Why not? Is it against the law?
Ha ha ha. Thank you, Kendra. Appreciate it. So, this lady looks a little scary to me. When I first saw her. But she's really quite nice. And let's go to the interview.
You're so freaking good at identifying the small little things that people don't even realize they're giving off. And there's a video where you were on a Zoom
Oh,
call
man.
with a friend watching him talk to his girlfriend.
Harrison Beth. Harrison Beth.
Why not? Is it against the law?
I gotta. Oh my gosh. You guys are great. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And let me get that better in focus there. There we go. Ah. Okay.
I believe. And after the call, after like 4 seconds, you went, she's lying.
Yeah. So if you're looking for deception, you need to focus more on open-ended questions than closed-ended questions.
Ah.
Because you're not going to get a lot of body language out of somebody going, nope. That's tough. So what I told them to ask her was, tell me about last night. So that, and again, that's not even a question. And it makes it less of an interrogation because you're like, oh, tell me about last night. What all happened?
Versus, what did you do last night?
Right.
Ah.
And that's like an interrogation type of question. Tell me where you.
Yeah, so there's a different open-ended questions and interrogation questions. Wyoming, a little vampire, how are you? This is a very important interview, and I hope it teaches a lot of people. I love Chase Hughes.
You were last night. What did you do? Who did you hang out with? So I'm kind of just making a statement instead of a question. So the brain doesn't react like it's trying to defend itself.
Ah,
So the moment that that happened, we're starting to see nonverbal responses. And so I was just kind of like off camera looking at his phone. And I knew her baseline because I've spoken to her maybe for 2 minutes before in the past. So number one, the first thing is we tend to look a certain direction to access information, but everyone's different. And anybody listening right now, you could test this on all of your friends, and I'll test it on you right now so we can see it on the podcast.
Ah.
I understand.
What is the 7th word of your favorite song?
aha. Uh, uh, this is why we'll take Jed for instance because we all know about Jed. Wyoming.
Why
Coming
not?
in.
Is it against the law?
Oh man, Wyoming, 6 months. Has it been that long? Doesn't seem like that long. So, I always try to point out Jed's eye movements, right? Where is he licking? Coffee. Where is he looking? What is his eye movements doing? Okay, we all know rubbing the eyes, lying and stuff like that. But what other indicators does he have? You know, he will look up to the left, right? And which, if you're really thinking, you don't look up to the left, right? You're not trying to make something up.
All right, so down left is called internal dialogue.
Ah, so when you're looking down left, okay, you're searching for that memory, right? You're not looking for an answer. So kind of look down. You can kind of think of it as trying to recall, but looking up, you're searching, right? Searching for something to say that will fit your narrative.
And that's 99% of people.
Oh,
So if I'm running through words in my own head, I'm going
Mhm.
down and left.
Ah,
So now we kind of have a baseline of a person. So the number one thing that we need to look for when it comes to human behavior is, can I detect a change? It doesn't
ah,
matter if a person, it says, oh, you see all these books, like somebody doesn't look you in the eye, they're scratching their face, they cross their arms. If they do that all day long, those behaviors are meaningless because that's their baseline.
that's what the baseline is. If they continuously do it, you talk with your hands and stuff like that, or you're always crossing your arms and crossing your legs, and you do it all the time. That's a baseline, right? Okay, so there we go.
their normal behavior. So what we're looking for is a change. So the first change was this eye movement deviation. So she looked down left for a prolonged period, which is like, let me think about what to say. Right when she started talking about everything, her blink rate, which is how often we blink,
Hmm.
shot through the roof. So
Right.
let's break this down really quick. When we talk about blink rate, this is how often a person is blinking. And we typically say blinks per minute. And the more often we're blinking, the more stressed out a person is. And the less often we're blinking, the more focused a person is. So if I'm sitting here and I'm about to give you horrible information, like you're sitting there and your doctor comes in the room and is like, all right, why don't you have a seat here? You're going to almost stop blinking. So that's focus.
Ah, the focus of it all. Blink rate is very important when you're interrogating somebody, when you're it's just having a normal conversation, or you're meeting someone for the same first time. Deanna, welcome to the Brainiacs. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Why not? Is it against the law?
Gotta get that cat going. Thank you so much, Potato, for the soundboard. I will work on it today. It looks fascinating. Okay, and we will be doing the NCI course that I am learning on members only. So,
So during high focus, it's like 3 or 4 blinks a minute during extreme focus. And during stress, like when I'm taking like the math portion of my SATs, my blink rate is like 75 per minute. And the cool thing about blink rate is I can instantly see it in someone because we look into each other's eyes all the time when we talk to other people. And it's an unconscious behavior. So one thing that we saw right away in the video is blink rate. Her blink rate was about a 15 or 20, which is the average in conversation. And it shot up to about an 80
wow.
when she was explaining what she did last night.
that's an extreme blink rate, right? So I want everybody to kind of write this stuff down, because in the future, like I said, we're going to use real life examples of manipulators, liars, narcissists, psychopaths, all that good stuff. And if we can learn how to get the indicators, it's going to be a lot easier, right?
And that's a solid indicator of stress, not deception. There is no behavior of deception. It doesn't exist. So we're looking for changes to normal behavior and stress. And then am I seeing a cluster, not just one thing? So if people say, oh, he did this one thing, he's lying, you need to look for multiple things. Like
Right.
he lost fluency, he hesitated more than often, his eyes went in a different direction, his blink rate went up, he reached across and covered his abdomen, his turtles went up, or his shoulders went up and did this.
Okay, so turtles are shoulders, the shoulder movement. Oh, wonderful, Diana. Deanna. Sorry, Diana. I was looking at some footage of Princess Diana this morning. So I hope it will be fun for everybody. And, learning all of this stuff. And breathing also is an indicator. Okay. How rapid. And you can tell by the chest, right? How rapid they're breathing, right? If they're under stress.
It's like turtling behavior. And we're looking, that's a cluster, right? So when I see a cluster of behavior, I know that I'm not saying that someone's lying. I'm saying the likelihood is drastically increasing because I'm seeing this cluster. So the cool thing is, like, if you're studying blink rate, you don't need to sit there and count per minute blinks of a person. You never want the time that you use a technique to be at the moment when it's most needed. So
Right.
practice it at Starbucks, practice it at the grocery store, practice it in your Zoom meetings. So what you do is you start a conversation. Does the blink rate look pretty average, fast, or pretty slow? That's it. So what is the baseline here? And your goal is to look for change. So am I seeing blink rate slow down, stay the same, or speed up? So it's such a great indicator because it's built into our mammalian part of our brain and our brainstem. We're not aware of it, and we're looking at people's eyes already. So
So, the mammalian brain. Okay. So, what's the mammalian brain? It's the old part of our brain, right? It is the limbic system. And I believe I showed that before. Let me see. I'll bring it up and oh, here it is. Sorry about that. I did find it. See if I can. Just gonna bring it up. Oh, I put it in a different file. I do apologize for that. So the mammalian brain is the limbic system, hippocampus, hypothalamus, the thalamus, right? And we'll get into that again. So if a person lies all the time, it's harder to tell if they're lying. Well, that's the thing of it. People don't lie all the time. They always sprinkle a little truth into that lie, right? But you can tell when that sprinkle of truth comes in because they have to make up the story, but they have to add a little truth into that story. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Hope I said it right.
it's such a beautiful indicator of stress and focus. Here's where it gets into narcissism. And let me know if I'm droning on too
No,
long.
I'm loving this.
Okay.
I feel like my eyes haven't blinked.
Oh, good.
I'm that focused.
I think your blink rate was an 8.
Oh, really?
Before I said that, yeah. So if I'm doing a good job, I'm going to have this low blink rate. And the way that it gets into narcissism is, especially into psychopathy, you start talking about some of your vulnerabilities and their blink rate drops to 0. So like the moment, let's say you and I, we don't know each other, we're both single, we're on a date somewhere, and you start talking about how you're really insecure or paranoid about this thing, you start exposing this little flaw in yourself that normal people would go, oh yeah, I do that too sometimes. But the moment you see someone just laser focus on you, the moment you get into those vulnerabilities and insecurities, that's a big deal.
That is a very big deal. If you're talking about something emotional, and I would not suggest on a first date, tell people your life story. Just don't make it casual, but if you talk about something vulnerable in your life, that psychopath, narcissist, they're gonna hone in on that, and they're gonna put it in their little pocket and keep that information for later, so they can use it against you.
Why wouldn't that mean that you're so focused because you're so into it?
Ah,
Right. You can be. So I might be really focusing into it and then kind of show empathy on my face. You'll see this little muscle right here. That's called the grief muscle.
The grief muscle, one of the big indicators for me.
So it makes this little horseshoe shape, and it's almost impossible to fake.
It's
So
true.
when you're talking about something that's vulnerable or sad or maybe some of your insecurities or something like that, you're going to see like some social mirroring on that. You'll see someone's forehead go up, and they'll kind of mirror that with you. That they don't have to verbally say anything, but if I'm talking about insecurities, I see a drop in blink rate, and I don't see any facial resonance. Or if I'm talking about something really exciting, see my eyebrows go up, yours went up instantly because you have empathy. And an interesting thing is that about 85% of people, even if they're total strangers, and you do this and you say good morning, oh, hey, good morning, they mirror it without even knowing that their forehead did that because they have true empathy. So this is so difficult to fake.
It is.
And then you're seeing a lack of that when you're talking about something that's vulnerable or sad or anything like that, and you're not seeing that kind of like that empathetic look on somebody's face, like, God, I'm so sorry that you're going through that. Those are very big indicators, and they're like, I would say close to 100% of the time, you're going to see a lack of affect. So that person is not empathetically affected by you saying something revealing or vulnerable about yourself, or like getting more open.
So, you know, some people practice in the mirror, right? Facial expressions. And that's fine, right? A lot of narcissists do this, psychopaths do this, right? They learn. Okay, they teach themselves all of these tricks. But once they get out in the outside world, it all falls apart because they can't keep that momentum going of what facial expressions should I have because they can't hold it in long enough, right? They simply cannot hold that empathy because they have none. They can practice it over and over and over and over again, but they can't keep it. They can't keep that empathy whatsoever. I'll shut up now.
And the other piece would be they become more focused. Like Lisa starts talking about her insecurities, vulnerabilities. That's my opportunity to learn how to control you.
Right.
Makes complete sense.
So that's very valuable information to me. So you're going to see blinks start to decrease. You're going to see a lack of recognition on the face. So I taught this group of women these like 10 things on how to spot narcissists on the first date. And one of the biggest ones, and we covered the top 5. And one of the top 5 was, if this person is talking about something vulnerable about themselves, psychopaths do not enjoy doing this.
Right.
And they feel like it makes them feel or look weak or inept or vulnerable in some way. You're going to see their body start closing up while they're talking about being open, or they're pretending to be open verbally. They're physically closing off. You'll see their hands pull in. You'll see their arms draw back toward their body a little bit. You'll see them lean back a little bit, cover the abdomen. And mostly in men, you'll see this genital protection. So you'll see hand going from here.
Yeah, what is it, guys, with that genital protection? That's the most vulnerable part of the men. Sorry, guys. Happy Father's Day, but it's true. You know it's true.
Because you'll see in all these YouTube videos and all these body language articles, they show you these still images of someone crossing their arms. Every single time that, I would say for everyone watching this, every time you see a still image, don't ever let that sit in your head. Make it a movie, make it a little GIF, an animated thing, because you want to watch for change, right? So let's say the moment you ask me what I learned about myself in a stressful situation, and I'm like, yeah, I actually learned a whole lot about myself. So like my arms are coming in to protect, and I'm going into this like genital protective behavior. And verbally, I'm becoming very open. I might even have some forehead display and all of that. But everything else is kind of closing off. So it's also what we're seeing in this, like a manipulative style of behavior. Like you're seeing a fake openness and you're seeing a closed body, or a closing verb body. So the move.
So sorry, Chase. I meant to pause it ahead. But when you're closing off your body, okay, what is that saying? When you're making these gestures, closing yourself off, you see it in interrogations all the time. Hey, Scott, good morning. And what are they doing? They're protecting themselves. It's a natural instinct, for people to, close their. Oh, there's Mom coming in from burning the papers. I've heard of 50 cents. All we got is our word, balls and instincts. Good morning, GB. So it's a protective thing, right? And we all do it, right? But it depends on the subject, right? What we're talking about. If somebody feels vulnerable, insecure, they're going to make these body movements. That's why I always watch these body movements, right? Okay. My mother just came in from burning papers. Everybody says hi, Mama C.
Hi, everybody. Have a great day.
Now, Mom, I have a question to ask you.
Uh-oh.
Do you have vodka in that water bottle?
No, if I want a drink, I'll put it in a regular glass. I don't hide that. This is water, dear. This is coffee. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'd like to. I, I like to trick my mother every once in a while.
Yes.
I got to keep her on her toes. I got to get that brain going. It's just okay. Let's go.
Movement of becoming more closed.
And it's the contradiction of the two. It's the combination of things together that make up an identification versus one thing in and of itself.
Yes.
So you want to look for those clusters as
Right.
much as you can.
Right, got it. Okay, in talking about that woman that you were witnessing, that after like 4 or 5 seconds you're like, yeah, she's lying. There were other things that you said that you had identified that were also signals that were more verbal. So I believe it was something like she dropped the pronouns.
Yeah. So when a person is being deceptive, they'll typically use less pronouns. So if I said, Lisa, what did you do last night? You'd probably walk me through, well, I had dinner, I watched a movie, if I checked some emails, washed my face, I got into bed, and I set my alarm clock and I went to sleep. If I ask somebody who's being deceptive, like let's say I asked some guy in an interview room, what did you do Wednesday night? And he says, well, left the office, checked some emails, left the office around 5, went to the liquor store, went home, played video games, went to bed. No pronouns. There's no I, there's no me, none of that. Dr. Pennebaker wrote a book called The Secret Life of Pronouns, and how they become absent when somebody's being more deceptive. But
Yeah, check out that book. It's excellent.
the CIA has been teaching this for a while. So you heard the pronouns drop, and that whole conversation, she was fluent, exactly like both of us are speaking right now, that she wasn't struggling for words. Everything just kind of came out naturally. And then he said, tell me about last night. What all happened last night? And she was like, well, then the pronouns went away, and she had what's called a hesitancy and a loss of verbal fluency, where she struggled for words, and because we don't really typically have to do that when it's truthful. Then we have chronology. So when you say like, oh, what happened last night? If the biggest thing that we did was we went to a giant rave, and it was like the hugest thing that we did last night, and somebody says, oh, what happened last night? You're going to say, we went to this rave. You're not going to say, well, I started getting ready at 5:15, then I did this, then I did this, then we drove to this rave, but before we did the rave, I got some gum.
You're so right.
You're not going to go into chronology. You're going to go into the biggest thing that happened, right? And I'll throw a caveat here. If you say, tell me what happened last night from beginning to end, then you can't knock them for that.
Yeah.
So, but if you say, like, what happened last night, and someone just goes into this like chronological recollection, it very, very likely, especially if you're hearing it with those other indicators, is very likely to be deceptive.
Ah.
So just as an example, you have said the alphabet 50,000 times, maybe 100,000 times in your life. We struggle to tell it backwards
Yeah.
because we rehearsed it forwards. So if you hear one of these chronological stories going forward like that, and they're not mentioning the big event first, like if you got in a car accident, God forbid, like yesterday, and I was like, Lisa, what's going on? What happened yesterday? And you're like, oh, I got in a car accident. You're not going to say, I woke up at 6:30, I brushed my teeth, and then kind of lead up into it. So if I hear chronology, I might say something like, so you said you went to bed at 9, and that's when you kind of drove home. Take me from there and walk me backwards. What happened before that? So no matter how many times you rehearse a story in the correct order, when someone asks you to kind of walk backwards, you really, really struggle. But if I asked you from right now when we sat down on these couches, what happened, and walking backwards to this morning when you woke up, you could do that.
Because it actually happened.
Because it's real.
Because it actually happened. Oh, Scott. Please be careful, Scott. Please be careful. 8-hour trip. Ooh, my goodness. So I'll give you an example. Steve Strack came on the show, right? And angry, everything. Tried to act cool. And I put in a trick question. What happened in April of 2024? It stopped him dead in his tracks. Yeah, absolutely. Because he had a script that he wanted to get out, right? But I asked him, what happened in April 2024? He stopped cold. And he had to think about that. And then he said, what does that have to do with anything? See how that works? You get people to reveal themselves. Status, how are you? Ah, in the bushes. Shay told me one time, I said, I'm in the bushes. And he said, don't get wet. I found that the most hysterical thing. I think I laughed for days on that. Good to see a status. Okay, here we go.
Real.
Oh.
But if we have this chronological thing that's a rehearsed story that's not true,
Oh,
we really struggle to go backwards.
good
for.
job,
That's
Mom.
so good.
Yeah.
The way you explained about the ABC as well, I totally get it. Yeah. So you're recalling on your memory, and that's why you can actually say it backwards, because it's a memory versus a memorization.
Yes.
Ah.
Very good. I'm going to actually steal that.
Oh, go for it.
Looks good on a post-it note.
Yeah,
That's
it does.
great.
My pleasure. Fascinating. Okay, I would be remiss not to ask. My audience will probably kill me if I don't. So you said you obviously teach women narcissists, and you say you usually go over the first 5. What are the first 5?
I think we've covered 4
Okay.
so far.
Ah.
The final one is a bait question. So
Ah, the bait question. I just gave you one. Cameron, how are you this morning? Good to see you. Very good to see you. And happy Father's Day to everybody. You mean when Steve was introduced to Dalton as a millionaire or something? Yeah. It's just the stories. Somebody will tell a story and it sounds believable, but once you get deeper into the story, and it just falls apart. It absolutely falls apart. Yes, how's the experiment going? Status, status, status. I always put up the dates and everything for videos. This one I don't have to, but it helps them. I appreciate it, status.
this is something that is taken from interrogation.
Ah,
And I'll give you the interrogation stuff first.
Okay.
yes,
So it'll
please.
be more fun.
Yes.
So in the interrogation, we use this thing called the punishment question.
Ah,
And the punishment question is, what do you think should happen to the person who did this? And the best example is when I did this with my children. I was on active duty in the military, and I come home from work one day. I'm in my camouflage outfit, And I walk in, our living room carpet is like as white as the carpet in here. And there's a little carton of chocolate milk just sitting on its side in this big pool of chocolate milk on the carpet. And I said, guys, who knocked this milk over right here?
Oh.
And I looked at my son. I was like, William? And he, nope. Charlotte? Nope.
Nope.
I was like, all right, William, kitchen, Charlotte, dining room.
This is amazing. You're interrogating your kids. This is so good.
Yeah. So I said, Charlotte, did you spill that milk in the living room? No.
No.
What should happen to the person that spilled that milk? She goes, spankings, grounded, no Xbox, can't go outside, no more electronics, can't play anymore. Just kind of goes on this huge list.
Oh, she knows it's her brother just
Yeah.
by that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I mean, even if these people don't know each other,
Right,
like you'll
right.
have
You're
a
okay,
severe
Mom.
reaction and a soft one. So I went up to my son. I said, William, did you spill the milk in there? No. What should happen? What do you think I should do
Nothing.
to the person who spilled that milk in the living room?
Nothing.
And he goes, no more chocolate milk in the living room? With a question mark at the end.
Oh.
Ah.
So it's just such a great question, and it's so powerful. And I'll give you one more interrogation technique that can apply in a lot of these dating scenarios too.
Yeah, yeah. I know, Wyoming. Don't give kids white carpet. Some people have it. I never understood it. Ours is beige. Okay, so we get a lot of coffee spills around here, but I bought a portable shampooer, a little tiny one. These are great. Okay, go ahead.
When the scenario that I gave to this women's group was to automatically bring up the 800-pound gorilla, to bring it up and say, you know what, there's so many women out there that you get involved with manipulative psychopaths on the first date or in their dating life, and they don't even know that they're dealing with a psychopath.
True.
And you bring it up directly, and you watch exactly how that person starts to respond. Do they start breathing into their chest more? Does their blink rate start going up? And then the second part of this question that we talked to this group was, so in your opinion, I know these guys are out there, what do you think should happen to these people that are these manipulative guys that go on dates with these girls? That's where the question comes in. And you're going to reveal so much so fast just by asking a question like that. So in the interrogation room, it's what should happen to the person that did this? If they are that person, you're pulling all of that power out and you're letting them know that you may not be the right target or the right mark. But you're also watching, do they get nervous? Do they sit back? Do they get more defensive? Do they start blinking more often? Am I seeing all this stress come up in their body the moment that I put that elephant right out there on the table?
Oh, that's so good. That's
It
so
is.
good. It's these little things that I wouldn't even think about that end up, they do reveal who they are. And that's why, like, thank you for sharing a lot of this. I think that these are moments where if we can really take these tools and implement them, it could potentially save either people's lives or just heartbreak. I mean, it can save so many women. So thank you.
It really can, and that's what we're teaching here, right? Helping people from being targets, narcissists, manipulators, psychopaths, all that good stuff. That's the direction this channel is going, and I hope you continue to join us. But we're not done.
And to throw one more thing onto that is, I want you to take one of your friends who was involved with a narcissist and start talking about how he manipulated her right in front of this person. And watch how they react. Watch his behavior. And in most real people are gonna be like, that's disgusting. That's horrifying. And then some people will be like real quiet about it. You'll see their lips tighten up. And if you see lips squeezed together, every time that's withheld opinions. Every time. Think if you like asked me like, oh, Chase, how do you like your new job? And I'm like, oh, it's great. There's opinions being withheld, right? So be on the lookout for that, especially when you bring up those elephants in the room. And I would say when the interaction is beginning, be okay with openly talking about narcissism. Your friend got involved in it. It's not you. Don't talk about yourself. Your friend got involved with it. It was so horrible. It's so hard to detect these people. And if they go, yeah, it's disgusting, I hate that behavior, which a narcissist can do, then you go, what do you think should happen
Right.
to that kind of person? So it leads into that question.
That was amazing.
The more sensitive information you need, the less questions we need to be asking. So the first type of elicitation is a provocative statement. And this is any statement that elicits a response. So when we use statements, the brain feels like it's voluntarily giving the information not in response to a question, so that the information is something that naturally comes up and it doesn't feel like they're engaged in anything where something is being revealed. That's taboo, right? And this is, again, this is used to get secrets from other country intelligence officers and stuff like that. It's very effective. And this will typically start with the words so or I bet. So if somebody says they are an accountant, you say, I bet that has got to be stressful. I
Right.
didn't ask a question. He's going to talk about the stress, the stuff they deal with. And then right after he's done, like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then at the end of that, I'll say, wow, that is remarkable how you just put up with that day in and day out. There's got to be something rewarding about it, though. I didn't ask a question. So now they're going to double down on the negativity. Their boss is an asshole. They're going to keep going into that. And then let's say we're continuing to use elicitation, and I want more data to just keep flowing out. Now I'll switch over to disbelief. And they say it's this bad and this bad. My manager's a dickhead. Oh, I got to do all this stuff. And I'm like, there is no possible way that your job is that bad. It's got to be like, because I've talked to people who work for the same company before, and they seem like they really enjoy what they do. That's it. That's all I have to say. And that's disbelief. It's not I'm calling somebody a liar, but I'm saying there's no way it's that stressful. I've talked to some people that work at that company. It's like, oh my God, you have
You
no idea. And you're going to hear more information come out. And so in a persuasion scenario, I'm using this technique to make your brain think that you're talking to a friend, because if I get them to complain or I get them to start giving up information, your brain now says, oh, he is a friend, like he is connected to him. So we've gone from a provocative statement to a little bit of disbelief, and then we have something called triggering the need to correct the record, which comes after that. This is a technique that was initially invented, I think, in the 80s by a guy named John Nolan. So like if you and I were standing at Erewhon, which is like Whole Foods for anybody watching that's not a Californian, and I'd say, Lisa, I want you to go figure out, there's somebody stocking baby carrots over there. You go figure out how much they make in under 60 seconds, and you're not allowed to use any questions. That's tough, because money is a sensitive topic, right? We can't say, hey, how much do you make for a living?
Right.
But what if you went up to that person who's stocking these baby carrots and you asked for help, and on the way you said, I can't remember where it was, but I saw this article that said everybody who works at Erewhon just got bumped up to $28 an hour. That is fantastic. I'm really
Yeah, and kind of like a chocolate bar. A woman doing a chocolate bar. French with the stars.
Why not? Is it against the law?
So just like the chocolate what was that snack Jed used? I'm not quite sure. But he went into this whole thing about how this woman got up early in the morning to stock the shelves with these treats, right? And how amazing it was for her to get up so he could have his snack, right? It's a test. It worked. Happy poop? Status. Oh, thank you, status. I'll get things
Why
going.
not? Is it against the law?
I gotta get something going on there. Thank you so much. Status is a brainiac. Ah. So Jed uses this incident, right, with the woman stocking the shelves, and he just couldn't believe it. And French, you sent 30 jewels. Thank you, French. I, I thank you so much. I gotta find out what that means today. Uh,
Really glad that you guys are doing that. And they look at you like, what?
yeah.
Everybody here makes 19 unless you're a manager, unless you're whatever. So you've got the information that you need. So that's called triggering a need to correct the record. And there's many other techniques you can do, but some of those, you can get people to start revealing their true self. You can get sensitive information. So the rule of thumb is the more sensitive the information that you need, the less questions you need to be asking.
If you want to learn more about body language and deception so that you never get fooled, then you're going to want to watch this interview right here with Chase Hughes.
I absolutely love Chase Hughes. And we're gonna get into a lot of body language. How you see the thing is, I was I was a little concerned of doing this on a public stage because people like Jed, they learn, right? But then I thought about it and I said, conscious, wait a minute. They can learn, but they can't keep up. You see, when you don't have empathy, you cannot keep up with appearing that you have empathy. Erewhon is an ultra premium organic grocery chain and pop culture phenomenon based in Los Angeles. Too expensive for me. I've heard in organic. Years ago, I remember a commercial. It only aired once, where Walmart proclaimed their jeans were organic because they were made of cotton. So that didn't go over well for Walmart. They pulled that commercial after one incident, but I happened to catch it. That's when I used to watch TV and stuff. Um, did we watch that? I think we did with Shay, right? I think Shay covered that, right? I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah, and, you know, the thing about Shay is, Shay, you have to listen to people, right? Because the thing with Shay is, and Shay, I'm putting you out there. Yes, I am. He will drop nuggets and see if people will pick up those nuggets. And then it's not lying. I mean, maybe I'm explaining this wrong, but you have to pay attention to people and what they say. Shay is an extremely, extremely intelligent man, right? And he will say things, and hopefully people will catch what he's talking about. And it's really difficult when you're playing Jed because, you're playing Jed and everybody just doesn't want to like Jed. And thank you, French. Thank you, French. Uh, so your focus is on what Jed's doing, right? But you're not listening to what Shay is saying, right? Because he's saying some very important things in all of his shows. All of his shows, he is teaching you. Hopefully, a lot of people will pick that up. And I hope a lot of people will pick that up on this show as well. Uh, I'm going to try this on my grandkids. One of them put scratches on. Oh no. Oh no. They didn't. It works every time. It does. It works every time. I want to play the Fate model. I hope I have it queued up here. Uh, I I think I put it in a different file. But it's listen to people. listen to people, because, they will tell you things without telling you things, you know? And I pick on Shay because Shay is very, very intelligent. No, Shay's not manipulating you. Don't take it. Maybe I'm explaining this the whole way wrong. Maybe I'm explaining this wrong. Shay is not a manipulator. Okay, he's not a narcissist. He's not a psychopath or anything like that. He's a very smart man. And he will give you information that you really need and you really can use. Okay, so I think what I'm saying is everybody watches chaos, right? But they don't look at what's actually happening. And I probably screwed up that entire thing. So, you can get a lot of dumbasses to buy organic jeans. I bet I know, Cameron. Cameron, I know they pulled that instantly. So maybe I shouldn't have used Shay as an example, but he's a very smart man. That's what I'm trying to get at. He is telling you things without telling you things. So listen. Listen to what he's saying. Play the fate model.
So the first thing you need to know is following the FATE model: focus, authority, tribe, and emotion. This is what triggers the mammalian part of our brain that makes all of our real decisions. The first part is focus. PsyOps always aim to hijack your attention with repetition, shocking visuals of fear-inducing scenarios. Some examples are like 24/7 media coverage of a crisis or constant repetition of terms like unprecedented. So with this, pause and ask, why is this message being pushed so aggressively? So compare how much airtime different stories are receiving and note any disproportionate focus. The second part here is authority. Trusted figures might shift their tone or positions unnaturally to support the narrative. So watch very closely for expert panelists or endorsements where authority figures might speak outside of their expertise. Pay close attention to that one. Then we have tribe. So messages that polarize opinions or create stark in-groups versus out-groups or exploit our tribal instincts. For example, labeling groups as patriots versus traitors or scientific versus deniers. Be very careful when you hear that language. Finally, we have emotion. So be wary of any communication that triggers strong emotions like fear, hope, or outrage without any clear, verifiable evidence. So emotional responses suppress critical thinking. Emotional responses suppress critical thinking. So as a tip here, analyze the evidence that's presented to you. If facts are replaced.
Okay, I am probably lying. I'm probably lying. I hope I didn't give off I hope people were listening to what I was actually saying, and it's just I blew it. I'm lying. I'm probably lying. So, anyways, that was it for today. Bunch of things going on. Happy Father's Day. I wish everybody well. God bless you. I have to upload my prayer of the day and maybe do some gardening and find out what these jewels I'm getting are. So, well, Deanna, we're gonna try. Okay, we're gonna teach people, right, how not to fall victims of manipulators, grifters, cult leaders, narcissists, psychopaths, on and on and on and on and on. This is the way our channel's going. So, have a great day, everybody. Later, alligators.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fake.
Shay, is this the belt? Was this a song? Was this it?
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play
everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams into modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and